Welcome, my friends, to Love Them Knives channel. We got a Kizer. This is a new one that Kizer's got out. This is an early August release of 2025 called the Zero. And it is a Torbe design, if you can see right there. Torbe. It's called the Zero. It's S45VN. It's kind of that hand-brushed look. It's obviously a frame lock or bolster lock, whatever you want to call it. Titanium pocket clip, titanium back spacer, like the aluminum overlay here, etc. Now, you know what? It's not really a finger flickable. So it's front flipper, and that's what you're going to do. And that is going to be it. That's going to be it. Here's the box. And you know what? 3.22 inch blade is pretty close. It's about a 3¼ inch blade. Although, here's the thing. Check the blade. Yeah, 3.22 up here. Down here, almost 3½. And then overall length, about 8 inches. So it's a full-size knife at, what, 20, a little over 20 centimeters. If I can get this to hold on up here. Come on, buddy. There you go. Yeah, about 20½ centimeters. Right there. It's, you know, fit and finish is nice. These corners are rounded, but it looks all stone washed through here. So there's that. But yeah, that kind of brushed look on the blade is nice. Very much a Torbe, you know, design language, I'd say, from looking at a lot of his other knives. But this one's new, and there it drops. I was having a little problem disengaging this. See, like that. I'm going, and there it goes. But just, it'll be a little on and off with me here. Now, I have to be very intentional pushing this away to get it to give. And then it'll behave, and then all of a sudden it won't. I'll lay it down, pick it up, and then it won't behave. But right now, it's behaving. Thank you very much. I appreciate you behaving. So yeah, that was the only little issue I had with it out of the box, the disengaging, and I'm kind of wondering if that's not going to wear in and be, you know, no problem at all after a little while. It just needs done, and then boom. And it's got a nice drop, that's for sure. Well, Kizer does that anyhow. Here's the box, and here's this box. And inside that box is another box. No, it's here where you put your knife in, microfiber, and this. And what else do we have? Of course, we've got hardware, right? We got a whole bunch of extra hardware and a sticker, and the microfiber cloth, and the paperwork with all your information, warranty, all that. This. So we got a nice little box here, and of course, this is pretty classy with S45 and titanium and all that. But yeah, 8-inch overall length knife, and a really interesting look to it. This may or may not be your cup of tea, huh? I mean, I don't know. You'd have to, you'd tell me. That's a different blade design, but he does that, right? He's got, I think his designs look really tactical, to me at least. Not wonky, but tactical. And there's jimping up here. And you see the fuller here, but then you got little cutouts here. Although, like I was saying, see, I can't come up the backside and finger flick this, even though more of it is exposed here, less of it is exposed here because of that, because of the frame lock. All right, so they've actually, that's not even, is it? This up here and this down here. So I don't know, it'd have been nice if they were both as low as the front, That way I could finger flick from the backside, but no, it's not going to happen. But on the positive side, the actual front flipper seems to work just fine. And it's gemmed, and it seems really easy to kick open. Although that doesn't mean the detent is overly light. You see what I'm saying? In fact, well, of course, this is a frame lock, right? So it's not like maybe a button lock would be, or an axis type crossbar lock. These tend to be a little bit tougher detent. Yeah, wow, I got it. But no, this is fine. This is definitely medium detent. It's not light at all. And there it goes. Yeah. Interesting look, isn't it? The ergos on this are what they are. Depends on how your fingers line up. It's kind of kicking me right here in this middle, right there. You know what I'm saying? Unless you wanted to move up like this. In that case, yeah, I'm good. But I tend to just intuitively want to hold it like this. And another thing I'm feeling is the point right there of this pocket clip. And if you have one, maybe you can, decide if you agree with me or not. But I'm feeling it right in here where that's hitting. Which usually milled clips don't bother me. This one feels like it could get bothersome after a while. I mean, just for regular cutting operations, no. But I mean, for a lengthy session, it could start getting, annoying. But reverse grip, it feels fine. But, when you do this, and so you got this point, these areas, then they will hit people differently. And so you'll have different, levels of satisfaction with the ergo. Some people are going to find this great, others not so much. If I decide I want to put my finger right here, then really it does feel fine. And now the clip's not bothering me. If I back up here, then it is a squeeze in here, and this clip is bothering me a little bit. Isn't that weird? Okay, so it just depends on what you want to do. And here we go again. Drop is okay. It's not overly guillotine-ish. It's more like a hydraulic type feel, which is fine, I think. I'd rather actually have it like this than too guillotine-ish. But yes, now this is coming back to bother me again, getting this to release all the way. I think there's a detent ball in there. And if you don't clear this far enough away, now it is, right? But if you get lazy and you just do that detent ball is going to stop it from, it'll go this far. And then there you go. See? So you can't really be lazy. You got to be pretty intentional to disengage that lock bar. And I think, like I said before, this will wear in and it won't be a thing. But right out of the box, it did seem a bit annoying. Now it seems to be behaving itself much better. So maybe that's all it was. But yeah, front flippers are fine mostly. It's not my absolute favorite choice. I like to middle finger flick if I can, so I would prefer to have some ability to do that, but I just can't dig into that. I can't. Well, I did, didn't I? I can't believe I just did that. But you got to kind of reposition yourself. It's not intuitive. It's not that easy. So yeah, but this is pretty easy. So if you like front flippers and you like the Torbe kind of design thing, but I mean nice hand brushed S45VN titanium frame lock with a definitely a decent detent on here. And of course you can put your lanyard through here It's looks like it's reversible on here. And you know what? To hell with it. Let's take a look. You know, that's what I think we ought to do. Let's take a look. I'm going to grab but I only got a few of these drivers left. You can actually buy a driver from my website. It says LTK, right? And then you actually get both of the bits. You get the number 8 and the number 6 with it. Let's see if I need both or if I only need one. And there's the sapphire blue in a different thing. So just whatever. You don't get the box. You get a driver, one or the other, whatever you order. Let's see where we are. And spin, spin, spin to win. There we go with the pivot. What are we doing? And are these going to be number 8s? No, they are going to be number 6s, aren't they? Or are they? Yeah, they are. Okay. Now, there's not a lot of hardware, is there? I mean, sometimes you don't notice things until you just start really getting into them. Okay. There's the pocket clip. There's this, and that's it? Is that it? Okay, let's find out if that's really it. Or if we got something else going on here. Isn't that odd? Okay, let's see. I guess. Oh, well, here comes, okay. So, there's the overlay. Ah, there you go. There's the overlay. Okay, well, you always got to be careful when you take a knife apart, don't you? There's an extra right there. Underneath, going through here. I was kind of wondering, like, how are they holding this together? Because I'm going, the pocket clip is not going all the way through, so what is? And yes, they had an inside screw. Well, it's a good thing I did a disassembly on this. Might save you some headaches. And you got a hardened steel insert with a detent ball. And yeah, that seems like that should just pop real easy. Okay. And here's this, which means, yeah, you got the washer and then little ceramic bearings. All right, and then, oh, well, there's your stop here. It's already popped in, and of course it runs its track here and on the other side. So there's that. There's this. And you know what? I did not unscrew that, and you can't unscrew that. Can you push that through? Yes, you can. Okay. I was wondering if I could. It seemed like it was stuck. Okay. Put this over here. That's our little pin from over here, I'm imagining, yeah. Yes, we do have a captured pivot that I can see. Yes, because we have a flat spot here too. And of course, then we got the washer that fits in here. And then, of course, the bearings after that, etc., etc. There's the blade. Runs that track. All right. Trying to think if there's anything, but yes, this little dog here should go back in here because it just wanted to jump out on me, didn't it? And that's it. Of course, from the back, from that side, you can take these out and reposition your. Let me see where we are. Yeah, because it just sits up here, doesn't it? It just sits on top. Okay. I didn't know how that was gonna be. But it does. It sits on top and it screws into the into here. Yeah, okay. So there it is. There's your outer piece, and you have a single screw on the inside once you take the outer shell off. And there's your disassembly. Oh yeah. So what do you, ooh, yeah. This is behaving much better now, isn't it? The 0. And does that mean less than 1? Or if you have enough zeros behind a 1, then you got something. So you're the 1, and this will be your 0. Yeah. Now, this is an interesting front flipper from Kizer, really is. It's a unique design, Torbe, and it's got all the right stuff. The titanium, the ceramic bearings, the S45, the hand brushed finish, and all that. So maybe if you're a Torbe design fan, this would be one I think you should be interested in. I'll have the link down below, and you guys stay sharp.